going to set the tone of the Senate race in 2014 and begin the path to taking back the United States Senate in 2014 for the Republican Party. This historic election, because ladies and gentlemen, the whole country is going to be watching this race. They're starting to right now. This is the biggest election in the country. It's the only U.S. Senate race between now and 14. October 14th is a Wednesday, and I am convinced that this election is won or lost in South Jersey. Won or lost in South Jersey. So not only am I here tonight, I intend to kick off my campaign with the Camden County Republican Party on August 14th, the day after the primary, right with your gala here in South Jersey. We're going to set the tone of this election. We're not I have my own reasons for doing that, because I want to demonstrate that we're not giving up on any part of this state, that our conservative principles can and will win across New Jersey. New Jersey is not the hopelessly liberal state. Camden County, we are going to win towns like Haddonfield, and the mayor will deliver that. And when you look up on election night, you see that you've gotten 60% of the vote in Haddonfield, you're going to know we won the whole state of New Jersey. Right. We're going to win those towns. We're going to fight for every one of those towns. We're going to fight for Voorhees. We're going to fight for Berlin. We're going to fight for every single community. We're not going to give up on a single vote. So we're going to have a message that resonates. And we're seeing it resonating already. You're seeing it tonight with this turnout. A summer night in July. I was in Atlantic Highlands just the night before last to a packed house in the pouring rain. Everywhere we go, we're seeing this kind of energy on the ground. Why is that? It's not me. I like to think it's me. No, it's the atmosphere that we're living in. And Americans understand that our core liberties are at stake, like never before in our lifetime. We're seeing an intrusion through surveillance, into our privacy. We had a battle today in Congress. There was a bill to stop the NSA from gathering our phone records. It came to a narrow 217 to 205 vote against the bill, unfortunately, but it just shows what a difficult battle is and how close it is, and we're not going to lose on this over time. So this issue, this campaign is going to be about our individual liberty. And I say that everywhere I go. And that's, to some people, could be a nice throwaway phrase, hardly a throwaway phrase. What we're seeing in this country right now, under this Obama administration right now, is exactly that. Let's start with the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act, a.k.a. Obamacare. A massive intrusion into one of the most sacred aspects of our lives, our health care decisions, the decisions that we make for our children, sometimes for our parents, if you're older in life, and for ourselves. A role the government should not play. A bill that is deteriorating, it appears right before our very eyes. You know, a big part of the Obamacare bill is what was called the employer mandate. Now, the employer mandate required that any employer with 50 or more employees would have to provide Obama-sanctioned health care insurance, whether they could afford it or not, or be subject to penalties. Many economists, businesses understood that this would have a major detrimental impact on business and job growth and set our country back economically. So in response to this, and with this election coming up, the key cornerstone of Obamacare, the employer mandate, was set to kick in on October 1st, was postponed by President Obama for a year till after this election, coincidentally. Because it would have had a major impact on New Jersey. Now, one of my potential opponents in this election, Congressman Frank Malone, claims to be the author of Obamacare in Congress. That's a lot of writing, because this box contains, right to the tippy top, the Obamacare bill. I'd like to take it out, but it'll fall all over the place. That's the bill. He authored it. So I asked Frank Malone, in front of his very office, the day after President Obama unilaterally announced that he was repealing a key component of a bill passed by Congress, how he felt about the president stopping such an important element of his bill. Of course, he had no response, and neither did any of the other Democrat candidates have a response to this maneuver. However, a week later, when there was a bill by Republican Congress to delay the individual mandate, that's the next key component. That's the part that requires that every one of you must buy health insurance mandated by the government or be subject to an individual penalty by the IRS. There was a vote to postpone that as well. And Congressman Frank Malone and Congressman Rush Holt had to hightail it to Washington to make sure they voted against the Republican Congress delaying the individual mandate. Folks, what these things tell you, the political delay of the employer mandate, and their action in voting politically against the next part, demonstrates that this whole bill is nothing but politics.